What if the universe you call home was never the only one? For generations, humanity has stared into the night sky, searching for life among the stars. But what if the real mystery isn't out there, scattered across galaxies? What if it's right here, in the very fabric of reality? What if our world is not singular, not sealed, but part of something much larger? A multiverse where countless realities exist side by side? Physicists have long whispered of this possibility: infinite parallel universes, each with its own history, its own laws of physics, its own versions of us. Some universes may be familiar, almost identical to ours. Others may be unimaginable, alien worlds where nothing recognizable exists. But here is the question that chills the spine: what if these worlds are not separate? What if they are already bleeding into ours? Do we already see the evidence in our memories? Millions of people across the globe share strange recollections of things that never happened. They remember books spelled differently, events unfolding in ways history denies, even deaths of famous figures years before they truly occurred. This phenomenon is known as the Mandela Effect. Why do so many recall Nelson Mandela dying in prison decades before his real death in 2013? Why do parents swear their children read the Berenstain Bears when every surviving copy says Berenstain? Why do people around the world insist they saw a movie called Shazam starring comedian Sinbad, a movie that has never existed? Psychologists call it false memory. Neuroscientists call it a glitch of the brain. But what if it's something more? What if these are fragments from parallel timelines brushing against our own, leaving ghostly traces in our minds? Could our collective confusion be the scar tissue of colliding worlds? Are the laws of physics themselves hinting at hidden realities? In the subatomic world, particles behave in ways that defy common sense. An electron can exist in multiple states at once, until it is observed. This is quantum superposition, a mystery at the heart of reality. One interpretation of this strangeness, proposed by Hugh Everett in the 1950s, is the many worlds theory. It suggests that every quantum choice splits reality. Each possibility exists, not as imagination, but as an actual universe. Every coin flip, every decision, every quantum event births new worlds. If true, then infinite versions of you are out there, some making different choices, some living different lives, some never born at all. And yet the boundary between these versions of reality may not be airtight. What if sometimes they overlap? Could dreams be windows into other universes? We dismiss dreams as random static of the brain. Yet sometimes, dreams feel more real than life itself. We walk through streets we've never visited, speak to strangers who feel like family, recall homes that seem familiar though they cannot exist here. What if dreams are not illusions but glimpses? What if, in sleep, our consciousness slips sideways into another world, remembering lives we live elsewhere? Perhaps your dream self wakes in another reality, and dreams of you in return. Two worlds exchanging whispers in the dark. If so, then every morning we may be returning from journeys across dimensions, fragments of other lives still clinging to us like mist. Do disappearances throughout history point to cracks between worlds? Entire communities have vanished without explanation. The lost colony of Roanoke in 1590, more than 100 settlers gone, leaving behind only a single carved word, Croatoan. The Mary Celeste in 1872, a ship discovered adrift, cargo untouched, crew never seen again. Were these tragedies of violence or storm? Or something stranger? Could they have been accidents of physics, moments when people slipped between realities and could not return? If so, those lost souls may still be alive, not gone, but displaced, wandering bewildered in a universe not their own. Even smaller anomalies, a missing hour, a sudden shift in location, a road shorter than it should be, could be the faint tremors of an unstable reality. Is déjà vu evidence of colliding timelines? That eerie sensation of having lived a moment before, a hallway you've never walked, a phrase you've never heard, and yet you know it, bone deep. Neuroscience explains it as a glitch of memory. But what if déjà vu is not a trick of the brain? What if it is resonance? A ripple where two versions of you, in two parallel worlds, experience the same instant at the same time. For a heartbeat, the walls thin, and you feel the echo of another existence. Then it's gone, leaving only the chilling recognition: I've been here before. Are the skies hiding not aliens, but neighbors from parallel Earths? For decades, reports of unidentified flying objects have puzzled and frightened. We imagine beings from distant galaxies, civilizations traveling faster than light. But what if they are closer than we think? What if UFOs are not visitors from across the stars, but from across the veil? Travelers from parallel Earths, slipping through fractures in reality, glimpsed only briefly before vanishing back into their own. If so, the skies above us are not merely windows to the cosmos. They are doors. And doors do not always stay shut. Could our own experiments be tearing the fabric of reality? At facilities like CERN, protons are hurled into each other at near light speed. These collisions probe the smallest scales of existence, unlocking secrets of creation. But some worry, what if such experiments are not harmless? What if, in smashing particles, we smash the walls between universes? Could miniature black holes, exotic matter, or dimensional tears already be forming, unnoticed except as subtle glitches? A missing object here, a strange sighting there. Could humanity itself be weakening the boundary between worlds? If so, then the strange phenomena we notice may not be accidents of nature, but consequences of our own curiosity. Why is our universe so perfectly tuned for life? The strength of gravity, the charge of the electron, the speed of light, change any of these slightly, and life could not exist. Why are the constants of our universe so exact? Some argue for design. Others argue for luck. But the multiverse offers another possibility. We live in one of countless universes, and only this one happens to allow us. But what if the boundaries are porous? What if particles from other realities occasionally leak into ours, carrying laws of physics not meant for this world? Could so-called impossible discoveries, faster than light particles, unexplainable cosmic rays, anomalies that vanish as quickly as they appear, be fragments of other universes brushing ours? Are ghosts the echoes of other timelines? For centuries, people have seen figures in the corner of their vision, heard voices in empty rooms, felt presences where none should be. We call them spirits, remnants of the dead. But what if they are not the past, but the present, bleeding in from elsewhere? What if the ghosts we see are not departed souls, but living people in parallel worlds, close enough to glimpse, out of reach to touch? Perhaps hauntings are not visits from the dead at all, but collisions of realities, overlapping like mist. What does it mean if universes are bleeding together? If these signs are real, if parallel worlds truly overlap, then our universe is not sealed. It is porous, alive, unstable. Our memories may not be reliable. Our history may not be fixed. Our existence may not be singular. We are not isolated beings, but fragments in a greater multiverse, drifting and colliding. And the question is no longer whether parallel universes exist, but whether we can survive their convergence. Because if the walls are thinning, if the leaks grow wider, then one day we may not merely glimpse other worlds. We may find ourselves standing face to face with the other versions of us. And when that day comes, what will we see staring back?